Hey monkeys, how you doing? Damien Keys here. So I'm back in my hometown of Swansea where I grew up in Wales, and I brought you to my favouriteest place in the whole of Swansea, which is where I used to come when I was a kid, and I used to sit on a rock for hours and hours all the time, just sat there playing guitar, noodling, playing scales, learning Chili Peppers songs, and just whiling away the hours with this beautiful view. You can see the awesome little lighthouse over there. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you down here for a chat. So I was chatting to a friend of mine this week, and he asked me a question which was very poignant, and he said, how much do you put down to last man standing in the music career? And it's such an amazing point, because it's so true. When I was a kid, I remember being at the top of the stairs and hearing my neighbour chatting to my mum and saying, why'd you let your kid have this idea he's going to be a musician? Millions and millions of people want to be a musician. And I remember thinking, yeah, but they're not me. I can do this. I can do this. And I look back now and I think I was completely right, because millions and millions of people want to be a musician, but people can't hack it. They can't keep it going for long enough, and they give up far too easily. And I think this last man standing thing, I think there's a lot to it. And I think if you're thinking about your music career over a 20-year period, or 30 or 40-year period, but you're not thinking of it as the next 12 months. I finished my music college, I'll give it 6 months and have a go. If you think about, for those of you who've been to music college over a year ago, if you think about how many people you went to college with even a year ago that have now given up and are making excuses, and they've got jobs and they've moved away, or they've got family, or they've gone traveling, or something else has cropped up in their life, it's quite a few. And that happens every single year, all the time. People going, I want it, oh actually I can't be asked. And then less and less people get to a point where they've got as much experience over 5 or 10 years as you have. So whilst there are limited amount of jobs, there are also limited amount of people with that much experience, because there's this pyramid thing where people are giving up more and more and more. And I think it's such an amazing thing that if you're thinking of your career even over 10 years and how you're going to build your experience and build your name and your content, your audience over a period of 10 years, so that in that 5 to 10 year window you are the last man standing of all the people you went to college with, and you are of a good age that people are going to take you seriously, with good ability and experience, etc, etc. So I think one thing I talk about quite a lot is building content, and how people go missing. And it's a big thing for me, because I think consistency is everything. And if you are thinking of this 10-year window, or 20 or longer, for your music career, and you're building your content, you're building your name every single day, you'll be surprised how much you're watching everyone else try and do the same and then give up. They're putting out content for a few days or a few weeks, and then all of a sudden they go missing and something else happens. It happens a lot. So I was just walking down the beach, and I bumped into a friend I haven't seen for years, and he was a wicked bass player, a really lovely guy. Could he have had a music career as a bass player? 100%. I have no doubt in my mind at all. Did he? No, he didn't. He chose to go down a different path, and get a job, and he's having a baby, and he's got married, and that's amazing. But we were the same age. We went to music college pretty much at the same time, and could he have a career in a band? Could he have had a career as a musician? I have no doubt in my mind. So there are a lot of people out there who are really good players. There are a lot of people out there who are deadly serious about this. But being deadly serious now, and being deadly serious in a year or 2 years or 5 years, and being able to tense that muscle for a long period of time, that's the difficult bit. Just being good at an instrument is relatively easy. That's just sitting down and practicing. But keep it on going, building the experience, building your reputation, and keep it on going until you get to the point where you are last man standing, I think is so important. So it was quite poignant, and I just thought it was something that we could have a chat about in this beautiful place. So hopefully it's the new year and you're cracking on now. Put the chocolate away. We've got a lot of work to do. And I'm back on Facebook, so any messages, send them through, or anything else, Twitter, whichever one, YouTube. If you are on YouTube, I'm going to start doing more YouTube friendly or YouTube only content, so I would love it if you'd subscribe to the YouTube, because it does make a big difference. So if you've seen this, like and subscribe and all the usual stuff that people say, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. And I will leave you with this awesome view of Swansea Lighthouse. Catch you guys tomorrow.